Alright guys, I'm nice and cozy, and we are going to be reacting to 3 creepy cases for Ancient Aliens by Buzzfeed Unsolved. Let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, play.
This week on Buzzfeed Unsolved, we discussed 3 of the most compelling mysteries that suggest the presence of ancient aliens. So, let's drop some sweet knowledge.
I'm already fed up with the folders, by the way. Looks too official, considering the nonsense that is within.
Hold on a second,
The
pause.
existence of aliens or
No, wait,
extraterrestrials.
pause. There we go.
Has
Resume.
long been one of the great mysteries of the world. According to a 2015 survey conducted by YouGov.com, about 54% of America, 56% of Germany, and 52% of the UK believe in extraterrestrial intelligent life. That being said, history seems to indicate that aliens may have visited our world in ancient times, aiding us at the brink of civilization. There are cave paintings like this one from Australia that may be up to 5,000 years old.
Is that supposed to
Some
be
interpret as
gonads?
creatures wearing spacesuits. Or this painting from 8000 BC in the Sahara Desert that illustrates what appears to be spacemen leading natives in a line.
They're just people. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying what people interpret them as.
It's a basket of fruit.
How do you think that's a basket of fruit?
It's just a basket of fruit on their head.
Yeah.
There's two of them with baskets of fruit, and everyone else.
Why does that one in the back also have a little basket?
Maybe it's a child. Look how small the rest are. Why are these so large?
Okay.
Here's a drawing of a
Maybe
Mayan
it's
carving
like
that shows a man attached to what some
perspective.
consider an oxygen source as he operates controls in what appears to be a spaceship. Other fascinating objects include this hieroglyph from the Temple of Seti I that dates back to the 14th century BC. The glyph appears to contain hovering spacecrafts and modern-day flying machinery such as helicopters.
Why would there be a helicopter?
I don't know. Why would they know there's a
Are
helicopter?
they time traveling?
Possibly. I don't know. Why would they know that unless they were there was some kind of intelligent civilization that visited them that would be able to show these things?
So the aliens show up, show them pictures of helicopters, and fly away.
Well, I mean, this isn't the entire. I mean, this is what we've discovered so far. There could
Well, I
be.
can't wait to see the rest of it. I can't wait to see
Okay.
a poster of the motion picture Wedding Crashers and,
Okay.
well, some lava lamps.
Additionally, a funerary marker from roughly 100 BC shows a woman presenting what some consider a laptop with USB ports.
How do they charge it?
That's a makeup
Why are
thing.
there USB
That's like a
ports on these
foldable
pictures?
mirror or
I
something.
don't know. I'm just saying what.
What are they looking at on it? There's no internet. Do they have Photoshop?
And finally, here is a hieroglyph from Hathor Temple in Egypt that shows workers operating what appeared to be enormous light bulbs, perhaps explaining how artists were able to see when drawing elaborate hieroglyphs inside their tombs. What are you drawing?
Ryan, here's you with 3 butt cheeks. I've drawn it. Now it exists.
Why do I have little penguin arms?
I don't know. Why do you have little penguin arms? That's a good question. Here's you with little penguin arms and 3 butt cheeks. I've drawn it, so it must be real.
But beyond these small scattered references to alien and modern technology, there are entire cities, civilizations, and architectural undertakings that make us question if we have always been alone. What follows are the best mysteries that history has to offer in regards to ancient aliens. The first mystery we'll discuss is the Dogon and Sirius B. The Dogon are a tribal group in West Africa, south of Timbuktu in the Republic of Mali, that settled sometime between the 10th and 13th centuries. In the 1930s and 1940s, the studies of French anthropologists Marcel Griaule and Germaine Dieterland revealed that the Dogon knew a surprising amount of modern astronomy. According to their studies, the Dogon believed these things, all of which are scientific facts. The planets orbit the sun. The Earth and other planets rotate on their axis. Saturn has a ring. Jupiter has 4 moons. And finally, that the star Sirius is actually part of a double star system containing a star called Sirius B that has a 50-year orbit and is invisible to the naked human eye. Knowledge of how planets orbit would not require advanced technology. However, to know about Saturn's ring and Jupiter's moon would require remarkable eyesight and an extremely clear sky. But what is truly astonishing is the Dogon's knowledge of the star Sirius B, especially when you consider the fact that scientists were only able to discern information about Sirius B with the use of quantum mechanics, relativity, and advanced telescopes. This leads some to believe that the Dogon were taught about Sirius B by a far more advanced civilization.
Or they
Dogon
just had a lucky
mythology
guess.
speaks of them being visited by a set of beings referred to as the Nomo, who according to author Robert Temple are amphibious beings from the Sirius star system.
That's cool.
You have nothing to say about any of that.
I will fight you tooth and nail when it comes to ghouly ghosts, but aliens are a little more probable.
I win.
No, you don't win.
I think I won.
Because I'm sure you've got plenty of other stuff on here that's very dumb.
Though, some people have other theories, such as Robert Burnham, who believes that the Dogon could have known about Sirius B due to extraordinary eyesight. He theorizes that with a 10-inch reflecting telescope in clear skies, Sirius B could have been seen. However, if this were true, the Dogon would have also been able to see Uranus, Neptune, and other cosmic observations, which they did not. Another doubter is author Carl Sagan, who believes that the Dogon's cosmic knowledge is suspiciously consistent with an informed person from the 1930s and 40s. Sagan posits that the French anthropologists that visited during that time and broke the story of the Dogon merely entwined Sirius B into the Dogon's existing mythology to make an interesting story.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Carl Sagan believes it. I believe it.
But he's just saying they lied. He's just saying.
Well, then he's probably got an informed opinion. He's Carl fucking Sagan.
But all that said is he thinks they lied.
Well, then I'm on board with Carl Sagan.
But there's no evidence of the fact that they lied.
I don't give a shit. It's Carl Sagan.
There's no evidence of the fact that they didn't lie either.
Tiwanaku in Bolivia, a city that was high above sea level, roughly 13,000 feet. The people of Tiwanaku utilize massive monolithic stones that weigh up to 450 tons. How the people of Tiwanaku move these enormous stones remains a mystery.
They probably had a
Some
method that's
suggest
lost to
themselves long
science.
logs, but others believe aliens
Yeah,
have aided with anti-gravity methods. Also
No, I
discovered
think it
on
was
site
the logs.
100 elongated skulls, possibly the heads of shamans, whose heads were bound to that shape in an effort to
Yeah.
amplify their ability to communicate with deities.
There was a fucking earwig on my arm.
Your lifetime, right? Probably. I can't imagine that like a quick process.
If I were like 5 years old and my mom was like, we're going to start doing something.
Hold on.
now.
Oh my gosh. Fuck off.
It'll last a long time, but when it's all over, your head will be very long.
There's fucking earwigs in my room.
I'm good. I'll just sign up for karate or something.
Conceivably, these shamans elongated their skulls to emulate the deities that visited them. Perhaps the main mystery of Tiwanaku is what instruments the people used to carve their stones to achieve such exactness without the use of power tools. For example, there are H-blocks that interlock in a detailed and sophisticated manner that require no mortar. On site, there is also a calendar that some believe dates millions of years back and made by visitors from outer space. For good measure, near Tiwanaku's Gate of the Sun is a wall decorated with heads that some believe could be aliens.
If 1,000 years from now, someone was like, wow, have you seen Signs? Signs, the motion picture that they made back in the day, they found aliens. It was crazy.
Okay,
They
see,
ruined a kid's birthday party.
You're talking about a civilization that is us now that is able to perceive advanced art and like expression in that way. We could separate reality from not reality.
Yeah.
What I'm positing is I don't know if they had that capability back then, especially in the cave painting.
You don't think back then?
In the cave painting ones, you think
You
that
don't think they were creative? My big takeaway here is that art is not proof.
Okay, sure.
The third mystery is arguably the strongest indicator of ancient aliens, the Pyramids of Giza. The three Giza pyramids were constructed between 2550 and 2490 BC in Egypt. They were built as tombs for the pharaohs meant to emulate and honor the gods. The first and largest pyramid, also referred to as the Great Pyramid, was built around 2550 BC for the pharaoh Khufu and is around 481 feet tall. Each side of the pyramid was 756 feet, and the area of each side is 5.5 acres. The angles at the base of the pyramid are nearly perfect 90-degree angles. All of this suggests the architects had a high understanding of mathematics. That being said, here are some things that make me question who or what those architects may have been.
You're telling me those architects used math? Not
Yeah.
with a feather.
I'm just suggesting, and some people are suggesting that perhaps it was a little too advanced based
That's so disrespectful.
The Great Pyramid was constructed of roughly 2.3 million stones, each weighing between 2.5 to 15 tons. In order to finish the Great Pyramid in 23 years, the workers would have to set a block every 2.5 minutes, every day of the week. The Egyptians did not have wheels, pulleys, or work animals. So how could they have lifted and transported these enormous stones with that kind of efficiency?
They could have had work animals and
Spent
stuff.
their entire life hauling around heavy stones, and someone was like, well, they couldn't have done it. You know what it
No.
must have been? Space aliens. I seen them.
Every 2.5 minutes, one block, every fucking day of the week
they
for
coulda
23
had-
years straight.
Could have had hustle days.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, it doesn't matter how many slaves they were if they didn't have
They
the tools
weren't
to do it.
slaves.
No, I'm saying they didn't have the tools. That is fact.
They did have the
Some have
tools.
suggested a
No
ramp
one
structure.
talks about
It
them.
had to be massive, and no evidence of this construction has been found.
If I'm building a giant, mighty, wondrous thing, I'm not going to be like, hey, can you do some chiselings of the ramp? We really got to show off this ramp. The hell of a ramp. Are there blueprints for the pyramids?
I'm sure there is. They had all the mathematics and things broken down.
Are they written in alien language?
Additionally, the Great Pyramid is perfectly aligned with magnetic north. It is unknown how the Egyptians could possibly have known this.
Like you guess.
Some theorize it had to do with observing the cosmos. The perimeter of the Great Pyramid, when divided by twice the height, allegedly results in the number pi, up to its 15th digit. This may also demonstrate a suspicious knowledge of mathematics. The pyramids of Giza are also considerably well preserved in comparison to other pyramids around the world, despite the pyramids of Giza being centuries older. Some have claimed this is due to the fact that they were upkept over the past hundreds of years, though others believe it is a sign of unearthly preservation. Finally, the three pyramids align with the pattern of Orion's belt, a fact that some consider an impossible feat for the Egyptians to accomplish, unless of course they were building based on instructions.
I don't doubt that they were
I
mathematically
think maybe the
adaptable.
stars adjusted to be like that.
Again, magnetic north, they could just observe the sun.
Yeah.
So it was aliens.
Yes, so
They
it was,
showed up,
so it was aliens.
gave them iPads, gave them a Zune, built the pyramids, left, and that's it.
Sure, yeah, all those things in that order.
And they haven't
Except
been
for
back
the Zune.
since. They haven't been back since.
Yeah, they were like, fuck humanity.
What we covered are only some of the ancient mysteries that inspire wonder and curiosity of our place in the universe. And as with most stories that deal with the existence of extraterrestrials, the answer is never definite and always left to personal interpretation. Were we visited and aided by aliens in ancient times? Do aliens even exist? The answer for now remains unsolved.
I think they lied. I have yet to see any compelling evidence.
I thought that was compelling unless, of course, they lied.
You think a lot of things are compelling.
I felt that very compelling. Go fuck yourself, have a nice day.
All right?
Okay, so I think that they did it, that ancient peoples may have seen aliens, but they actually built their own stuff. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some bugs to get rid of.